Don't take picture.
No.
Look, yeah, I've got the dog sleeping. Look, people are getting on here. See? You want to see us? Let's look at us. Hold on, I gotta click this. We can't click hearts on this one. They're clicking hearts for you. Hey guys, click hearts if you like. If Elijah's cute. Look at all those. Look at all the hearts. They must think you're cute, buddy. So I want to start off this Periscope by showing you our television on. Hold on, buddy. I'll click it. Okay, just a second. Because nothing gets done with a television that's on, right? Here, I'll help you. There. Are you clicking? He thinks switch this. And you know, this is me. If I don't keep myself motivated, that would be me right there, laying on the floor, relaxing, sleeping. So, I want to go over a couple of tips and things today. So 12 days left in the month. So everybody, tell me, what is your goal for the end of February? Let's see. Let's see who's going for what, so I know who's on here right now. Hey, Valerie. Emerald. Oh, lots of emeralds. Yeah, that's a huge ruby. Cool. Diamond, triple diamond. Emeralds, executive, diamond, doubled emerald. Awesome. Okay, so I'm charting out all kinds of people to Ruby and beyond right now. We have some very serious goals. Personally, we have to help a lot of people to accomplish our goals. So here's what I'll tell you. You still need 3 distributors. Plenty of time. 12 days left in the month, okay? So here's what you need to do. Number 1, you need to get your structure done ASAP. Okay, so I would be on the phone with everyone who will listen, just sharing information with them about the company, the 3 steps to success. And we always ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 no interest, 10 you're going to sign up right now, what number are you at? Okay, and if you call through enough people, you'll get some 10s and you'll be able to finish your structure. So that's the first thing. Here's another little tip. Let's say you are going for Ruby, right? And you have 3 distributors right now, so you don't know who your executive is going to be yet, right? Well, what you can do is put those 3 distributors in a group chat and say, hey, I'm ready to run with whichever one of you wants to run the most, so here's what I'm going to do. Whichever one of you signs a distributor next, I'm going to place my next distributor on your team. Okay? That will create massive action. You might end up with 2 that get 1 distributor and 1 that gets 2 distributors. You know what I mean? So what that will do is that will cause urgency because no one wants to not get the distributor placed on their team, right? So we use that to build fast. So that's one thing. So whether you're maybe you're an emerald and maybe you already know, like we have a girl right now, she's got her 4 frontline and she has her husband's Ruby filled out already. And she's like, I don't know who is going to be my other Ruby out of the other 3. So put all 3 in a group chat and say, hey, I'm ready to run. I'm ready to run with one of you. Whichever one of you signs a distributor up in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to place my next distributor underneath you, okay? That will motivate anybody. Now, here's the kicker. You are constantly recruiting yourself. You want to be the number 1 recruiter on your team, always. The speed of the leader controls the speed of the pack, okay? So now here's the next deal. So let's say you're in a position and you have your structure done. If you have your structure done, here's the deal. You need to know exactly how much volume you need to promote to Ruby or to promote to Emerald. Okay, so this is why it's so important. If you haven't done so yet, you need to go into your back office in the document library, print off the chart that is your goal for this month, have the names filled in there, and you'll see on that chart that anybody who is not in a rank spot, so whoever's not in the executive spot, the Ruby spot, the Emerald spot, the Diamond spot, right, is going to be in a 400 spot. So you need to know what that person's number is. So I always use pencil, and I write the number above the person's name, in that block so that I know exactly. So if I'm looking at a Ruby chart, I know the volume necessary is typically going to be 1900, or it's going to be 1600 plus the Ruby and the Executive both ran auto ships. Okay, so I just take my calculator, I write the numbers up there, and then I just take the number 1900 and I subtract 150, subtract another 150 for the Ruby, for the Executive, and then whatever numbers I've written above the other 4 people, subtract those numbers. Now you know total what's needed for that person's Ruby. So today, let's say that's 1200 right now. So today you can divide that by 12. There's 12 days left in the month. That's 100. Now you know that that Ruby needs to average 100 volume daily, right? To be taken off that, to be on track for their goal. Okay? This is called begin with the end in mind. So you guys all I've already done that. You said your goal is emerald, diamond, whatever. So the first thing you have to do is you can't promote to a rank without having the distributors that you need in the spots that you need them. So make sure you get those done first. Structure always comes before rank. Oh, you got wet? Uh-oh, look. You got wet on your shirt?
No, don't tell me.
Oh, let's go get you a new shirt. Come on. All right, guys, we're gonna walk through here, a little bit of a tour. Looks like the doggies went outside. That's Capone. That's Max. It's our 2 boys. There you go, guys. Okay. Let me get this little dude's shirt here. He gets a shirt, so I am going to grab him a shirt. All right, buddy, come on. Okay, so back to charting. So basically what you're going to do is you have your chart filled out and you need to know volume. And so you want to break down the volume. You want to make each person on your chart take ownership of their rank. So you want to know what that Executive needs, for their rank, what the Ruby needs for their rank, what the Emerald needs for their rank, and so on. So, you need some help there, buddy?
I'm doing it.
So let's say you're going triple diamond and you still need 10,000 volume. That's a huge number. So you need to start chipping away so much each day on your huge number. But when you break it down to your double diamond, and you break it down to their diamond and their emerald, and then you keep breaking it down to each level, what happens is give people ownership. So maybe you have 10 people really involved. Yeah.
Put that down.
Put what down? Oh, okay, right here. There you go, buddy. So what you do is you get everyone involved who's involved. So you go through your chart and you say, okay, this Ruby is really serious. This person really, really wants Ruby. And so you help them to understand what their daily, it's all about the daily target. That creates urgency because now they know 100, 200, whether it's 1,000 a day or whatever, they know what that daily target is. And then at the end of the day, you can look at your numbers and you can know if you're on track or not. And if you're not, you're going to need to get together another rap party. You're going to have to get more things happening in your calendar, get in front of more people, message more people on social media, all those types of things. Way scary, right? Makes it way less scary when you can focus on today, the little piece. 12 days is a long time. I mean, 24 hours times 12 days, that's a long, long time. So do the best you can do today with the time that you have today. Stay focused on today. And at the end of the night, what I want you guys to do is look in the mirror and just say, if my whole team did what I did today, would any of us have made any money? And if you can look in the mirror and say that, ask yourself that question, and your answer is, oh my gosh, if my whole team did today what I did today, amazing things would have happened, then you are on the right track. That is the key. If you look in the mirror and you say, oh my gosh, I did nothing, then your business isn't going to grow. Okay? All healthy things grow. The quote doesn't say that all things grow. All healthy things grow. So are you planting the seeds? Are you cultivating your field? Are you encouraging your distributors? Are you growing yourself? Are you talking to new prospects every single day. We plant the seeds, God grows the trees. You can control how many seeds you plant. The more seeds you plant, the greater the harvest. And there's an amazing story. I've been sharing this for like a while now because it blew my mind when I first read it. It's in the book, Think Like a Billionaire, Become a Billionaire. But it's in Kings 2:2, I think. But it's basically the story about the lady who has run out of everything. She has nothing, and she owes money, and the debtors come. They want their money, right? So they're thinking about taking her children away and having them become slaves to work off her debt. Imagine that. Imagine if, Visa and MasterCard, you owed lots of money and they came to your house and they said, I'm taking your children to come work for $5 an hour with me until your debt's paid off. Then you can have your children back. So, of course, she's freaking out, right? So she goes and she talks to Elisha. And Elisha says, he says, what do you have worth of any value? And she said, I have a little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. Okay? So that's like us maybe having a little bit of confidence, right? So he says, go and gather as many jars as you can. Go gather jars yourself, from the neighbors, from your friends, as many as you can. It's kind of like us. Plant as many seeds as you can. Okay? So just remember this parallel I'm giving you here. So she goes and she brings all these jars from her neighbors. And it's not specific whether she spent an hour doing it or whether she spent like 10 straight hours or all night. It just says that she went and she gathered some jars. So she brings the jars into her house, lines them up or whatever, and they start pouring her oil into the jars. And guess what? The oil continued to flow. It continued to flow. It continued to flow. It continued to flow. God's blessing continued to flow into those jars. And for how long? Until the last jar was filled, it didn't stop flowing. After the last jar was filled, it stopped flowing. So here's the question you got to ask yourself. If she would have brought home 10 more jars, 20 more jars, would they have filled up too? Would all those jars have filled up? See, what she believed for and what you and I believe for is a direct, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, but the amount we can believe for is directly associated with the amount that we'll receive. See, we're the ones that limit our own miracles. So the rest of that story goes on where she actually had enough oil now to sell, pay off all of her debt, and she had enough left over so they could buy food and do some stuff for the family. Okay? But in that story, you have to ask yourself, what if she would have had 10 more jars, 20 more jars, 100 more jars? Would they have continued? Would the oil have continued to flow and flow and flow, the blessing flow? But she limited her own miracle by what she was willing to do. So if you're one of those people that's planting 5 seeds a day, and maybe you're getting some success from that, what if you planted 10? What if you planted 20? What are you believing for? The book goes on to say that if you're believing for a mom-pop shop, or if you're believing for a few extra $100 a month, then God's like, sure, I'll give you that. If you're believing for a few $1,000s a month, yeah, sure, you can get that. If you're dreaming big and you're believing for crazy goals, like you see happen to people in our company all the time, then he can provide that too. We're the ones that limit the miracle. So what miracle are you believing for? That's what I want you to think about today. And I want you to know that God, we serve a big God. So it might seem like a big deal to you to hit your goal by the end of February, but I guarantee it's already been done. Someone else has already done it. They've had more volume at this moment in time, maybe double, triple what you need, and they still were able to accomplish it. So it's definitely doable. Just be intentional each day when you wake up. Know exactly what you're going to do and make each day count. Man, today is called the present because it's a gift to you. So let's see what you can all make out of it. I got seeds to plant, guys. Got to go. Okay, well, I will open it up for a few questions. I wanted to go, but I feel like there's a few people I have to help here. So, yes, we serve a big God. I'm looking at the comments now. So you're going to watch it 3 times. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you guys that get value out of this. Okay, how are we signing so many DTs? Man, we're believing big. We are dreaming big. We are talking to so many people. See, let me tell you real quick about the law of averages. The law of averages is really simple. It says if you do something enough times, a ratio will appear. So like in baseball, they call it batting average. Someone bats 300, they're up 10 times, they get on base 3, they're out 7, right? They bat 300, they're a multimillionaire. If you get to where you can bat 300 and it works, you will be a multimillionaire. So it's the law of averages. So here's what's crazy though, is let's say you're amazing and you talk to 10 and sign up 9, and I suck, and I talk to 10 and sign up 1. Well, if we have a 30-day contest, guess what? I can win because what I lack in skills, I can make up in numbers. So you could talk to 10 and sign up 9, and I could talk to 100 and sign up 10, and I win. So how can I make $1,500 before the first of the month? I've got about $500. So $1,000 more dollars. Rap people. Rap. Get in front of people. Rap people. Whatever it takes. Message every single person in your phone that's local. Find someone who enjoyed the raps and get referrals from them. Rap people. Call everyone you know. Blitz outside. Rap people. Whoever raps the most makes the most money. That's all we knew in the beginning. We knew whoever raps the most people makes the most money, and we rap 55 people our first 30 days. Just move to a new town, and you're going to have to get out there and blitz. Here's the deal. Who's this? Lovey. Okay, this is for you. ZKB Lovey. Hey, if your mom or your sister or if you're a mom, if you have children, Zoe. Hey, Zoe, real quick, do you have any children? And what's your child's name? Well, wait a second on Zoe here. If you're new, nobody knows you, go hand out coupons. Yep. So Zoe, no, I don't, only a dog. Okay, Zoe, you have a mom? What's your mom's name? As long as you like her. Don't tell me if you don't like her. I'm sure you do. So let's say Zoe. Okay, here's an example. Zoe, your mom, you go home today and your mom is missing. She's gone, and there's a note there. Okay, that's not going to work. So Zoe, who is your favorite person in this whole world that you just feel like you couldn't live without? Who is that person? Her dog goes missing. Yeah. Sometimes I wish my dog would go missing. Don't tell Jerry I said that, though. My grandma. Okay, so Zoe, you get home, your grandma, you can't find her anywhere, and there's a note, and it says, Zoe, you are never going to see your grandma again unless you promote to at least double diamond by the end of March, and you earn the $20,000 and the $30,000 bonus. And if you do it, you're going to see her, and everything will be fine. But if you don't, you're never, ever going to see her again. Now, tell me your excuses why you wouldn't do it. And I'm not picking on Zoe. The whole point here is the reason would be big enough. The reasons. Guys, make your reasons big. This was my reason right here. See that dude? I was gone in the army, and I was in Afghanistan. He was having life-saving surgery, and I could not be there. The army said, we need you to fly the wrong direction to go fill out paperwork and hand your weapon in. And I was like, this sucks. This will never, ever, ever, ever happen again. So when I got home, my wife and I said, this will never, ever, ever happen again. And we went for it as if I had a letter at home that said you'll never see your children again if you don't promote to double and triple and presidential month after month after month. And so we did it. We did it. We just did it. And then we hit our goals and we were happy. So last year we kind of chilled. I mean, we did okay. 57, I think, in the company. We did all right. But this year we are fighting for so many people on our team. We have so many awesome people on our team that are running hard. And we just decided we're going to help everybody who's serious attain their goals. Everybody. I'm going to run hard with them. I'm going to be available. I'm going to do calls with our team. I'm going to do whatever I can do to help. So that's what we're doing. So what I can tell you guys right now is when your reasons are strong enough, your excuses will disappear. So I'm going to leave it at that. So just remember, when your reasons are strong enough, your excuses will disappear, and you will have everything and more that you dream for. The scripture earlier, I think it's Kings 2:2. Pretty sure it's the story about I think it was, I can't remember her name, but somebody who was about to lose her kids. And she had to go collect jars, and the oil kept going. How many jars are you going to collect, guys? How many seeds are you going to plant? Love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome, blessed day. I'm going to be here hanging out with my kiddos and enjoying the fruits of our labor and helping people. Got a lot of calls lined up today. Lots of lives to change. Y'all take care. Have a blessed day.